Hello!
Welcome back to YouTube.
Welcome. So we're actually doing a little video on TV today, but not really like the full-on testing process or anything like that. We have actually done a video previously going in depth on TB testing.
And like the vet side of it and how that all works. Like Poppy said, we have done that. So if you look back on our history, you'll find that. Today is more so just to show you kind of how it affects our farm, that as farmers, what we have to do. Because as we say in the video, we've got to bring 500 animals through the race for the vet to see. So how we all work as a team to get the job done.
Yeah, so this is specifically day 2, which is the results day. So you'll just get a little glimpse of how it impacts our day life and yeah, just how it works. So hope you enjoy and we'll see you later.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's 25 to 5. I've just arrived at the farm and we're now going to milk the cows. So we milk the cows every day, twice a day, and it's really important that we make sure we still do this because of infections and all that jazz. We always milk at this time of day, so it's not too much of a shock to the system, although can't really say I'm loving life right now. But yeah, so we're going to milk the cows first. Like I said, it's really important we do that before TB testing, so we're going to go and get that done now.
So how are you feeling this morning? Obviously it's a big day.
I feel really nervous. Like my whole body feels tense and I feel a little bit sick.
Is that just a normal feeling or?
Thankfully, no. No, I always like to get that kind of feeling of dread when I wake up on a reading day. Like in some ways I try and just think positive, but you can't help but just feel extremely nervous.
A bit nervous, yeah, I think that's quite normal. And then as for milking, like, we're always a bit more tense, aren't we? Like we're going a bit quicker to get done for the
vet
time
comes
for that.
at 7 and like, to be fair, there's enough of us. If we won't finish, it's not the end of the world, but it's a lot easier if we are. So it's always a little bit like just want things to run smoothly, just to get it done in time. And also, like, if the cows can be as less stressed as possible before we start, then obviously that's a bonus as well.
Yeah.
So it's always just like hanging over us, really.
So normally they would go straight out to the field after milking. However, today they're going to have to be held. They have got silage, well, hay, to munch on, but they are going to have to wait now until the vet arrives to test them. And then they can go out to the paddock after that then. So their whole morning's disrupted already, really. So the milking went really well this morning and we finished in plenty of time. So we've got 20 minutes before the vet comes. The cows are just waiting over there. So we're just going to feed as many calves as we can for our mum. So we're just feeding the calves again. We'd make sure we feed these before we start TB testing because it's important they get their milk first thing in the morning. So we're just feeding calves, as we said, and the vet has actually just turned up. So she's about 10 minutes early, which she always is, to be fair. I'd rather her be early than late, so not complaining. So yeah, I'll finish this group and we'll go get ready to bring the cows down. The nerves are really kicking in now. So as you can see, they're waiting to come out. Bless them. So as I said in the parlour, this isn't their normal routine, so normally they'd be able to go straight out to the field after being milked, which is why they're stood here a bit like, excuse us, why have you not let us go? Little things like that can put a lot of stress on a cow. It'd be nice to get them straight out. So we're gonna do the milking herd first so they can go out and enjoy some grass before they have to come back in for the night milking. So they'll come down here. So how are you feeling now? It's we're ready to go.
I just want to get started now.
Yeah. Well, I think we are, if that helps.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, just the standard. Like, I think we're all the same. We try to stay really positive. Like, there's no point in thinking the worst until it happens. So I feel like, you know, when you were younger and you used to do like running races and stuff and you get like butterflies, you feel a bit sick before you start. That's how I feel.
Fair. The moon's looking pretty though. Oh, hiya. Hiya. Hiya.
Oh, hiya, please.
Hiya. Nailed it.
Thanks. Mum's just going to go finish now what we didn't finish with regards to feeding calves.
Yeah,
off she goes. So our dad's going to go and get the cows now and send them down. Oh, he's just given us a quick strip.
Everyone must think I wear this shirt.
Yeah, all the time.
I do change it in
Do you
between.
just love it?
I just, I got 3.
And to be fair, we have filmed 2 YouTubes day after each other, so
I do change my shirts, honestly.
yeah.
I did have a bath last night as well.
Nice.
So I'm actually really clean.
So how are you feeling today, this morning then, pre-test results day?
I'm going to be feeling positive.
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
feeling positive. I just, hope we have a good test. That's what we're trying to get towards, so let's hope we do.
So you're going to go and send the cows down now, yeah?
I'm going to get the cows down now and, keep fingers crossed.
Have fun.
I will.
So one of the biggest impacts is me and Josie usually do the milking in the morning and then we don't actually have time for breakfast. So to be fair to our mother, she does bring us up a takeaway tea and coffee and then this is our toast, which, I'd rather sit down and eat it.
At least you do get that service though.
Yeah, and I am joking, but at the same time, we still have, like Josie said earlier, we still have to milk, and then the vet comes at 7, so we actually literally just don't have time for breakfast. But it's just another thing to add to the list.
So the next bunch are here patiently waiting. Well, I won't say patiently because they're desperate to go out. So we bring them down in blocks because we can't get the whole herd in the back of the race. So they come along here, walk out there. That's Toby. She's open this bungee and try and let a nice amount of cows through. I'll go over here. So let them go. So we just try and let them go slowly at their own pace. Get a bit excited. And that's when they can hurt themselves. I'll close the bungee now. Let Toby through. It's not on, so they're not getting a shock. Some of them know it's not on and climb over or walk under, but it's just hold them there again. Just bring them through in small groups so they don't get pushed or crushed or get too excited. So it's just trying to keep the whole thing nice and quiet, as smooth as we can, so that there's as little stress on the animals as you possibly can have. And it's not easy, but that's what we try and do. We always find that the cows are reluctant on the second day to walk through the race. They're not too bad, to be fair, but they definitely they don't like the jab, so they think they're going to get jabbed again today. Fortunately for them, they're not, but they don't know that. But they're not too bad, but you do have to keep them moving, or I like to say mooing.
So they are just being really painful, to be honest. So yeah, they're just not wanting to come in because they do this twice in 1 week, and then obviously we're doing this every 60 days, the test, and they just know exactly what's going on, and it's just become like they don't want to come in, which you can't really blame them for because they know what's happening. And like I said, we're just doing it so often now, they're just being a bit stubborn. So you've done about a quarter of the herd. So they're actually going down the lane, so they've had to hold here, and now we're going to let this group go. So they're going to go off out to the field now, and we won't see them again until milking tonight. So we've had one IR, so she'll be isolated now because she'll have to be gamma tested. So that's all we've had so far is one IR. Bye, girls. So like I said, we're TB testing every 60 days now, and on the week we're doing it, they come through the race twice, so the cows can get quite wound up. So we're very lucky that we can call in our brother-in-law, Toblerone. Do you love coming to help us TB test?
Yeah, it's my #1 job.
Oh, nice. That's good to know.
Toblerone.
So yeah, he comes to help us, to be fair, just to keep things going smoothly. And they're off.
the last few cows here. So they still got some, well, it's haylage really. They're eating at the moment. I think today or tomorrow we're going to put them onto silage. But they're really happy. They've got something to keep themselves occupied while we bring the others down. So these are the last few now. Just bring them out quietly. Come on in, girls.
1186 194 1199 1317 So we managed to do the milking herd, in 2 groups. So the second group now is a slightly bigger group, and they are off out to the field. So the reason we do the milking herd first, and the reason we want to get them done as quick as we can really, is because they do have to come back in for milking tonight about 3:30. So obviously they're producing milk, so it's important that they have a nice relaxing day eating grass, drinking water. So we just want to get them out to grass so they can have a fulfilled day. We don't want to be taking up too much of their time. So they're just off out to the field. So we're on to the dry cows next. So these are basically milking cows that are not milking at the minute because they are heavily pregnant. So we kind of use this opportunity to sort them out because they're coming in anyway. Like if anyone looks like they might be springing soon or anything like that, we'll join them into the herd. Yeah. So they're coming down now. We did do this on Tuesday, so I doubt we'll split anyone off, but you never know, they do spring quite suddenly. So they're going to come in now. And we'll do the dry cows next. So as I have already kind of briefly said, we make the most of bringing everything back to the farm. So as you can see, all the gear, no idea.
Oh, thanks, Sam.
So we're going to be fluking the heifers and worming the baby calves. And this is just because they are due and they're coming in anyway, so we may as well do something useful. In it, Tobes?
That's right.
So our in-calf heifers are back. So we are now going to bring these through. So we, like I said, are going to be fluking these as well at the same time. May as well make the most of them coming back. These are slightly keener to come through, which is nice. So as we always say, this race system works really well. We can just get them all in. So the vet has to feel all their necks anyway, but she can do that down the race, whereas to fluke them, it's easier to stop them at the front. Well, you have to stop them at the front really, because you have to get to their mouth. So Toby is in charge of catching them. Pressure now, he's being filmed. Like so. And then I'm going to scoot in. Poppy is then fluking them. It's just like a drink, and it just helps like kill any fluke worms and things like that. Quite keen to leave, and she is just doing every single one then. There's a new one in. All our in-calf heifers have actually passed the TB test, so if they hadn't passed they wouldn't have been able to have this, just in case they'd have to leave, but luckily they have all passed, so it's all good. And then while those two have been busy there, I went down the line and just wormed them all, which is just a paw run on the back. You can see on this one, because she's got white fur where it's blue, by here. I've just poured some wormer on the back, and that just makes sure that they don't have any worms, things like that, because worms will eat their insides and then they won't grow and they won't have as good conditions. So yeah, we've been on that. Like I said, we're just making the most of bringing them through. And like I said, luckily all these in-calf heifers have actually passed, which is really nice. So you've done all the calves in the shed, they all passed. And we did bring them up, but I stayed behind to straw down, and then Poppy was busy helping the vet, so we didn't actually film them, but they're all good. So we're now off to get the calves, the angel calves as we call them, down in the Humpy Mountain. We're going to run them up now. So that's our next job. So yeah, it's going really well so far. These are the calves. Well, these are actually the angel calves, but this is the place where if calves are ever going to break out, it's here. So we've actually got myself, our mum and dad, Toby and the vet are all stood on this wire to ensure that they don't break out, because that's the last thing we want on a day like today. But as you can see, that's why these are called the angel calves, because they are little angels. So an update on the time, it is now 9 o'clock. So we've been TB testing for 2 hours and we've done about just over half of all the animals. So we're getting on really well. So results day always takes probably a quarter of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a quarter. Depending on how many you've got to measure and all, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's taking a bit longer today because you're doing this on the class, isn't it?
Yeah, so the vet has to check every animal. She has to feel every neck, but that obviously takes twice as quick as injecting them, so it's going well. So TB week, does it affect the farm a lot then?
Yeah, it does, yeah. To be fair, we've got quite a good system, so it's quite quick, especially this part, because they're reading, and the reading is a lot quicker. The only thing, the cattle are a bit spooked from Tuesday because they get injected, so they're a little bit wary, but we're well organised. We've got plenty of help, which is a massive part of it.
Yeah.
The stress side of it, I think, is people don't realise how much that is, and it is really, really stressful.
Yeah.
You don't really see that as such, but yeah, we do have a lot of worry, and especially about today.
And there's actually a lot of preparation, isn't there? Like getting everything ready to bring stock in, and
Right, there's a lot of organisation goes on beforehand. We're thinking weeks before where the cattle are, how we're going to handle them, what fields they'll be going into, which is easy to get them in. So it's all that side of it, which we just do. I suppose you don't really think about that.
yeah.
But yeah, you can't put cattle in certain places because we won't get them in very easy. So we just prep up for it. Yeah, you know, we just got.
Yeah, because we've got 497 animals, well, cows then on farm at the minute, cows and calves.
Yeah,
So that's a lot to TB test.
60 calves which haven't got to be done because they're under 40 days.
Yeah,
But it's a lot of animals to do. But the stock is nice. It's nice to see them. They're all looking well.
It is a good chance to bring them all in, isn't it? I mean, I know we do anyway to worm and all, but
Yeah,
it is nice
we check them every
to.
day, but it's nice to see them looking well and take care of anything. If there's anything we think needs doing, we can do it today now. For instance, like fluking and worming, just to keep on top of everything, really.
Yeah. This group is the same. Then the angel calves, we're just fluking them as well. They don't need to be wormed as they got wormed 2 weeks ago, so we're just fluking these. So far with TB, it's all gone well. When we fluke and worm the same time as TB testing, it kind of like makes you forget that they're actually being tested. Just running the calves back. The big guns just turn up to help. To be fair to Heather, she sorted Debbie out this morning, fetched him and feeding the farm animals up this morning. Park animals, sorry. And now they've come to help. Off he goes. So we've done everything at home on the farm. We just got to go across the road now to do 90 cattle over there. Does everyone deserve a high five, Daz?
High five.
Oh. He said no time for high fives, we need to get across the road.
High five. Yeah.
So we've just arrived across the road, so this is the last bit we have to do now. So we're going to worm these ones as well. We really are making the most of it. So the whole team's come over. There we again. And we're just going to go fetch them now and bring them in. These are actually going to move fields, paddocks today, so they were there. You can see the line where they've grazed. So they're now going to move into here. But first we're going to bring them in and check they've all passed TB. It's not over till it's over. So this is our last group. So there's about 80 heifers over here. There's about 75 heifers and 5 herefords. Something like that. This is where Lottie shines. This is like one of her best fields and group that she's good at fetching in. Oh, I've literally just left one behind. So they do know what they're doing, to be fair. They do it quite often on the whole, which sometimes makes them really good, sometimes makes them really naughty. So Lottie's 4 years old and she's still quite strong, but she's so much better than she's ever been before. She's just like really energetic. And like she actually went through a little phase where she like turned to biting, but Poppy, to be fair, has taught her to bark rather than bite. And she's doing really well. Like she is a little bit wild, but she is definitely taming down with age. And to be fair, like if she wasn't, they literally wouldn't budge. So to be fair to her, she is really good on the whole. She's by no means going to win any trials of any kind. However, she is, for what we need, she's really good, to be fair. On TB testing days, we do a lot of running, as you can see. We're just constantly chasing cattle on TB testing days. So this is where it gets a little bit difficult because they've worked out now what's going on. So we just want to try and get them into here slowly as we can without freaking them out. Go on, girl. And this is where numbers of people is beneficial, because if you're on your own, they would just dart around you. We want them to go up there. So we're doing the ones across the road now. So once they're done, they can go out to grass. They're just in here. The vet's checking their necks. And then once she's given them the all clear, Poppy's going down and worming them. Our mum, dad and Tobes are getting them in. And then Dewey's having his little snack and a drink behind some gates. You happy? Yeah. So we finished that group, which means we finished.
Amazing.
Does anyone know what the time is?
I'm going to go for 11:15.
I know the time, so I can't.
I'm sorry.
11 or 8.
Oh, that's it. Just
11:24.
It's not, it's 11:05. She was guessing the time. So Toby's closest.
Wait, what did she say?
Oh, well done, Tobes.
She's guessing.
I can count the minutes.
You've seen it.
Yeah. So, are we all happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did have 3 IRs, which obviously we in an ideal way we would have passed, but that's not bad, is it?
No,
We're quite happy with
they
that.
read on severe reading. That's really good.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting there. We're sort of hopefully turning the corner, and that's an autumn test. Cows being out on grass, so there's been contact with the wildlife. So hopefully things are sort of going in the right direction.
Yeah. We've even had help or hindrance. So as far as tests go, that was actually a really good one. So it wasn't too emotionally, physically draining. It was,
quite
but
tired.
yeah, but we sometimes have it worse, don't we?
Yeah, no, it was good to be fair. Definitely can't complain.
We've got expert help today from the likes of Dowie. And that does make a difference. Many hands get like
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, now we just got to hope that
I
the
bet
future's
it's
bright, really. That it
Yeah,
keeps
so just
going well.
3 IRs. We just they'll have to be blood tested now, and so it doesn't. Although we finished today, it doesn't end here. We will have more stuff to do in the future, but that's today done.
Hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye.